What's up everyone, it's your boy Tyler here and welcome to EAB Cribs, where we will get an exclusive look into the homes of a few members from our very own EAB team. First up, we have Bethany Pope from the Partner Experience team showing off her new single-family home with her office accent wall in Vienna, Virginia. Next, we have Katie Kazicki, a 4-year strategic leader showing off her row house in the Eckington neighborhood in Washington, D.C. Up next, we have Lori Murphy, a strategic leader on the 4-year team. She'll be showing off her single-family home with a large patio and yard in the Ocean View area of Norfolk, Virginia. Lastly, we have Erin McDougall, a senior director overseeing several teams on partner success, showing off her row house and new patio in Baltimore in the South Federal Hill neighborhood. So put those dumbbells down, grab some muscle milk, and settle in for EAB Cribs.
Well, hello there, EAB Cribs. Welcome to my home. Excited to give you this quick little tour today. For some of you may know, my family and I searched for this home for about 1.5 years. We were very happy in our townhouse in Arlington, but now we are in the great suburb of Vienna with our beautiful new home that we bought during the pandemic. So come on in, I'll give you a little tour around. Not normally one to showcase the bedroom, but I wanted to point out this picture, which I love very, very much. One of my very best friends is an artist. She tried her hand at it professionally for a little bit, but didn't take off too much. But she painted this as our wedding gift, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my most prized possessions. So there is our artwork. Come on down the hallway now. Quick stop over in Vivian's room. That's a heck of a princess bed. When your kid won't sleep, you will buy her whatever bed she needs to get her to frickin' go to sleep. And this is my office. Just got this done, so there's still a lot of unstuff done here, guys, so sorry. But I'm very happy to have my own space to work. For several months of quarantine, I was at a fold-out table and a fold-out metal chair, so this is like lush for me. Super happy with my accent wall. I know some of you have seen that in some videos lately. I was really interested in doing wallpaper, but it turns out wallpaper is really hard to put up and the peel and stick is super expensive. So I found a cool hack with just painting the base blue and then finding a really cool patterned rubber roller and painting over it with the gold. When you see me working, this is where I am. More pictures and accents, things to come. But it's a work in progress with a preschooler. All right, now let's head downstairs to the basement and outside. All right, just a couple pictures I wanted to show you all. This is a room. This is holidays and lots of clothes that Viv has outgrown. Kids have a lot of clothes. But wanted to show you again, a lot of our pictures aren't up yet, but some of my favorites. We've got all of my college best friends from James Madison University. We had a fun photo shoot at graduation and made this beautiful collage here. My best friends from high school and I all got married within 9 months of each other. So we put together this really pretty picture frame for all of us. Of course, we've got my baby when she was still a baby. Oh. One of the things I love to do when we travel internationally is collect pictures or artwork that showcases where we've traveled. And so normally we have a whole wall of our travel pictures. So this is from Scotland when I studied abroad there in undergrad. But yeah, that's kind of our thing that we do is collect beautiful pictures when we travel abroad and create a beautiful wall. And then you can't have a tour of Beth Pope's house without something Disney. This is my shadow box, which actually needs a little TLC. But from my time at Disney, our training schedule, my very important name tag, graduation years, and don't tell anybody, but I totally stole the costume buckle off of my costume from Kilimanjaro Safaris. You weren't supposed to do that. I did it anyway. This is our basement, otherwise known as Vivian's amazing upgrade of a playroom. Our old townhouse was really small and her toys were just in our living room, kitchen area. It was like one big room, so she is like a kid in a candy store. And now we're gonna go outside, which is really one of my favorite places in this entire house, to show you a couple quick things out there. So we were lucky enough with this house to get a hot tub. Never really thought we'd be hot tub people, but it's here. We're learning how the heck to maintain it. In about the 2 months we've been here, we've been in it once, so yay! But hoping as the weather gets colder, we'll still have access to some water entertainment for us, and just kind of not something we were looking for in a house, but we got it. The other thing we were not really looking for in a house at all, but here we go, is our fish pond. So yeah, you can see some fish there in the corner up there is our big guy. That's the name I've given him, our big guy. We had a filter in here. It actually kind of stopped working, so water's a little muckier than it should be. But at its height, I counted 17 fish in this pond. Our big guy's the biggest, a lot of other comments. I think we might actually be getting rid of the fish pond. It just attracts a lot of mosquitoes. This is evidenced by my legs. Cameraman, don't show that. But lots of mosquitoes. So it's really cool, but I don't really know if I want the maintenance for it. So let me take you up to my last spot in the house I want to show you, which is my absolute favorite spot in this entire house. Come on. All right, come on in to our screened in porch. Also what I like to call my oasis. This is just a really fabulous place to hang out, enjoy the outdoors, but not be quite so hot. We like eating meals out here, and sometimes after a long day and Viv's in bed, coming out here with a really nice glass of chilled white wine. It is very relaxing and amazing. So that's it. That is my crib. Thanks for coming along for the tour. I hope you liked it, and I really hope I get to invite many of you here very, very soon. It's a great entertainment house, and so we look forward for this pandemic to be over so we can start having people over in person to our home. Thanks for coming, everybody. Now get out. Go. Go. Get out. I gotta get back to work. Come on. Go.
Oh, hello there. Great timing. Just finishing up work, ready to show you my crib. Welcome to my living room. Some things you may notice. First of all, our favorite brick wall. It came with the place, and probably my favorite thing about this room, what you may not notice initially, are my Legos. So, big Lego fan. This is the set of Friends in Lego form. All characters are present. And down here we have Aaron Rodgers as a Lego man. And yeah, go Packers. Other things to call out, we have one plant and it's doing pretty well. It's survived the last 2 years, so pretty proud of that. Someone told me it was an umbrella plant, but you can fact check me on that. Over here we have this Vanderbilt nutcracker. Go Commodores. Fun fact, Me and my two roommates all went to Vanderbilt for grad school, which is where we know each other from. And one of my roommates collects nutcrackers, so we limit her to 2 in the living room. But she has quite the collection, which she didn't share for a long time after we were friends. But I like to talk about it now. And that's the living room. You're probably asking, where's Lincoln? The star of the show is right here. Say hi, Link. Oh. That's good. Leviosa. Good boy. This is Lincoln's room. Yes, it is a room under the stairs. We try to keep some Harry Potter in his life. But he is our favorite thing about quarantine. He is owned by all of us in this house. He's a house dog currently. And we weren't traveling as much as usual and took that opportunity to train our puppy. So he's been great. He's about 6 months old. Some sort of beagle pug mix, some chihuahua too, we think. And he's the best. So probably the highlight of this house.
Well, hi there! Welcome to my new life at the beach. In case you haven't heard, John and I recently moved to Norfolk, Virginia. We've been staying in the area of my parents' house in Virginia Beach since COVID hit, and due to some, health circumstances, a global pandemic, and some family things, we unfortunately decided that we had to leave DC for a while. But the upside is, we found this amazing house just 2 blocks from the beach. So I'm so excited to get to show it to everybody today. Come on in. First up, besides our beautiful palm tree up here, we've got our lovely front porch, where sometimes I like to sit, drink my tea in the morning, maybe do a little email for Klein. Not too shabby, eh? Next up, let's head on in this place. So welcome to our new oasis. This is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house that is 2 blocks from the beach, and it costs less per month than our apartment in Arlington, which is bananas. Now, we didn't buy this home, we're just renting it for a year. We've actually got our sights set on heading to Richmond next, but for the time being, since we can't really have a social life or do our normal things, see all of you wonderful people, we decided this was our best option. So excited to show it to you. First up, we've got our area that I think most people would call a dining room. We actually had nothing to do with this room at first. It is fascinating to have a place that is so big. We have primarily been using this as our staging room as we've been unpacking and selling furniture and doing stuff. And my niece and nephew, Hartley and Hazel, who I completely adore, we are going to get to start playing with them in 2 weeks. School is not reopening for the fall. My parents are helping with childcare, so we're kind of getting to reconvene in a little quarantine bubble with them. We are so excited to get to reunite with them again, and they were a big reason why we ended up deciding to stay here. We have also got the kids table, and John and I are super excited. We got them all kinds of fun stuff, like a piñata, an inflatable limbo stick, a variety of sports equipment, and other fun activities that we can do and play with them. But they were very confused about why there were no photos of them. So when we actually moved into the house then, the day before, they came and decorated our place with signs and balloons and like 25 photos of the kids all throughout the house, including in the refrigerator, on the washing machine, in the bathtub. So we had to have a little bit of a shine to them that they could see when they first come in. Lovely to have this extra half bath. Many might say for guests, but really just for us when we're watching TV and don't want to go upstairs. We've got a very important station over here. Recently assembled this beauty, pretty exciting for all of our beach stuff. We can kind of kick off our sandy sandals and throw on our wet towels for those evening walks we like to do at the beach. So next up, we have got over here our lovely living space. And it is so fascinating to me that this first floor alone is like bigger than our entire apartment in Arlington. So We did get this nice large couch though, completely for free, off of Nextdoor. We were psyched to have a couch that we can both actually spread out on, which is awesome. And there is this awesome fireplace right here, which admittedly we don't know how to turn on yet, but we're really looking forward to learning about that. Many of you know I'm always prepared for any situation, so any emergency can really probably be dealt with well by what's stocked in this cart and storage unit right here. So we've got this great kitchen with a fascinating amount of storage space, like way more storage space than we possibly need. I could have a party for the entire team, but weirdly, we have so much space and so much stuff in this house that no one's ever going to use. I know a lot of times on cribs, people show their fridges. Ours is not really that exciting. We have an entire cabinet down here that is a Lazy Susan that is just Tupperware and protein shakers. Upstairs, also an interesting concept. Again, like people live in places that they have stairs. Every time I even say things like that, it feels so strange to me because I'm just not used to having that. So coming up here, you may see throughout the house, we've got lots of Nashville things. We actually have no DC items, which I would like to change. But coming to the office, I'm pretty excited about this space. And admittedly, filming cribs was a fantastic forcing mechanism for us to hang things on the wall, because this is the first day that many of these things actually exist. Got this nice flexible unit, just assembled it myself yesterday. I recently put together this new desk. Thank you so much to Wes from our referral code for this autonomous, awesome standing desk. Just imagine me standing working here. Or as many of you know, I'm really committed to getting my steps, so I might just be moving around. Fun fact for everyone, before I worked at EAB, I worked in higher ed, and my very first job 9 years ago was at UVA. And I worked with first year and second year class programming councils. So I worked with class of 2015 and 2014. And so if you look in this picture, you would see a tiny little familiar face in the background, which is Priya. So Priya was actually one of my students that I advised in my very first job. So it is so funny like how small the world of higher ed is. I loved the students that I worked with so much, and I was so heartbroken to leave them. And just like days before I told them I was taking another job, they made me this wonderful board with like all of these super sweet sayings. So I always said this would hang in like every office that I had. Coming into the bedroom. So as I walk around, it really makes me smile because everything is very clean right now, and this is not generally how our life looks. Something about this room that is kind of cool is the ceiling actually is in like an octagon shape. We've got this great sweet gift that John gave me for our anniversary here. It's from our first dance at our wedding, and it is the music to You Are the Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder, which was our first dance. But what really makes me laugh is that John's name is spelled wrong on here. His name is spelled Jon, not with an H, because the person on Etsy did it wrong. But he's actually contacted them multiple times and has even gotten replacements, but each replacement has had something wrong with it. So for now, we'll just have this lovely gift with the misspelling of my husband's name. I feel like when people think about houses, they're always like, what are the closets like? And this one is pretty big, so again, that was pretty awesome. And some hanging storage things so that we can take advantage, and again, tons of space to lay everything out. Honestly, I barely even wear any of these because I just wear activewear every day. But hey, I wore real clothes just for you today so I could film this video. Hey, come on into the bathroom. What a weird place to take your coworkers. Things I never thought I would say. Although honestly, you know, many of you women used to spend a lot of quality time with you in the bathroom, just passing you through, have chit chat. This whole vanity area is actually my stuff. There's this huge tub in here, which is pretty great. There's these like amazing jets, and actually like John the Giant can even like fit in. I don't know if he'd ever taken a bath before this, but a huge tub, like a really small shower, like bizarrely kind of small, and it has one of these hose shower heads, so the angle of it basically has you like standing right on the wall to take a shower. Oh yeah, there's John, look at us, hey! All right, let's head on downstairs. One of our upstairs rooms has a few stairs, so we're gonna go down to my favorite room in the house. So come on down to our fitness studio. We're offering some great free trial memberships. You just take a Peloton class right on this wonderful TV that John just mounted. We can twist it to give you whatever angle you'd like to watch. Want to lift some weights? We got some of those too. Got a yoga mat, resistance band, all kinds of good stuff. Let's head back up and then back down, and we'll go peek on out at the porch. All right, so let's head on backyard oasis. The front yard was like impeccably cut. Now, John has only been cutting the front yard so that we don't look like bums to our neighbors, but we haven't cut the backyard in a while. So we're going a little bit of like jungle chic vibe out there. So if you see that, that's why. But we've got a pretty good setup out here. Really can't wait to get to spend some more time on it. So I was thinking maybe before we wrapped up, let's go see some water. We've actually got it both directions, so let's go take a quick walk.
Gotta hydrate real quick. Those of you know that, well, those of you that know me well know that I'm always drinking water. That is my kind of like, God, my gosh.
We are gonna wrap up our day at obviously the best place that everyone wants to go to, the beach. So take a quick walk to the other end of our street. Here we've got a view of what they call Little Creek, which is deceptively named because it's actually a pretty big creek. It's kind of like a river. But I just wanted to show you the view real quick before we say goodbye. So come on. Check this out. Come on, come get closer, check out the view. Well, John and I are gonna go get changed for the beach. I'm gonna take you there in just a minute, so hang tight. John and I just took a quick 5-minute walk from our place down to the boardwalk, so let's head on down to our favorite spot and the reason we moved here. Come on. This is a pretty good way to spend your Sunday night. So, in case anyone wants to come down and visit, the beach is a great place to visit. So, John and I are gonna go drink a little wine and hang out in the ocean. Have a good one. Thanks for coming to Norfolk to see us.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Baltimore. Come on in. This is my home, a Baltimore row house built in 1900 in the Federal Hill neighborhood. This is my living room. Being a row home, it is very narrow and very long. You can see all the way to my back door from the front. This is a cat. This is Carmen. She's very sassy. She likes to think she's the alpha female in the house, but she'd be wrong. And she's very loud. There we go. All right, we can stop bothering the cat now. We have a wonderful cat rainy nook over here. Notice the cat pillows and the cat bed. I'm kind of obsessed with my cat, Carmen. My dad made this stained glass transom for me. He does stained glass, he taught me how to. I can show you a couple other stained glass pieces that he did throughout the house. We love it, 'cause my favorite color is green and Dave's favorite color is blue. So moving on through the row house, this would be the living room area. The gas fireplace then separates us into the dining room, which is currently a workspace that my husband is sitting at. Over here then have a robot that lives in our house. This is Sam. Dave, do you want to explain anything? No, Dave does not want to explain anything about Sam. Sam is a robot from his startup, and Sam is now retired and lives in our living room. And this is a painting I did in quarantine. This is my bar cart. It is overflowing with alcohol. Anyone that knows me is not surprised by that. Though you might guess that I would drink more of it. And we do, it always gets replenished, you know, so trusty bar cart here. Let's go on through the rest of the house. Come on in. Guest bathroom. This is my Old Bay poster. Aaron McShay has one very similar to this. If you are from Maryland, you will understand. And then we have a number of references to Edgar Allan Poe, because this is Baltimore. If you don't know, Poe died in Baltimore. So first off, some lovely posters in the bathroom. Actually, I just now realized both of these are Poe. This is Poe poem, and it has Poe on it. Here's the kitchen. Another reference to Poe on my tea towel. I'm a big fan of Poe. Been to his grave many times. Again, if you know me, you would not be surprised by that. Here's the infamous hanging pot rack that if you are ever on a Zoom call with me, you see in the background. I get a lot of compliments on this pot rack. We cannot take credit. It was here when we bought the house, but we do love it. Continuing through the kitchen. This is where I work. Here's my desk. Some more stained glass that my dad made. The crab and the manatee, which is my favorite animal. Over here is the stained glass that I made for Dave for our first anniversary. So, told you I can do stained glass too. This was another quarantine creation. Those are 3 air plants under a Sculpey created sea urchin shell. I molded those out of Sculpey and painted them to look like sea urchins. And then ripped up a branch out of my dead rose bush from the back to hang them on so they look like jellyfish. But they are actually air plants and Sculpey. And this is a watercolor of our house that I painted. So hopefully, since you saw the front of the house, maybe you see the resemblance. This was another quarantine project. But now we can look at our new patio. So come on out. Come on out to the patio. It's raining, so I won't be out here long, but it doesn't look like much because we just redid it and they still have to come and stain. But we have a new pergola, new fencing, new flooring, some flower beds. I hope that this will be a beautiful herb garden for me, though I will probably kill them all, if we're being honest, but I'm gonna try my hardest. And yeah, this is our back. We also have a parking pad back there. That's just a slab of concrete. I don't think that's interesting. We don't need to look at that. Seriously. We can look at the cat again as we go. She's wondering where her food is. She has another 6 hours to wait for her next meal, unfortunately. Now we can go upstairs. Here we have a not very exciting guest room. And yes, I color-coded the books in that bookshelf to look prettier. And we have a laundry room, our master bath, some closets, and our bedroom. The view from our street. So that's our house so far. It's very long, very old, it's creaky, but we love it.